It was 94, and everything, like I said, was just normal. And then Mom started acting off, forgetful, and that wasn't like her. She started getting some studies done and started going to the doctor a lot. And I remember living at different houses a lot because she was always at the hospital and nobody could seem to know what was wrong with her. They finally diagnosed her what's called Crutchfield-Jacobs disease. And it's like where your brain is a sponge and it starts to get holes in it. And so she just started to lose a lot of her motor skills, a lot of her hearing and sight, memory, just, the thought of her forgetting even who we were. It was just a lot to take in. And that time I was in 5th grade. My older sister was in 6th grade, and then my youngest sister was in 3rd grade, and my dad. And then during that time, Dad got laid off. It seemed like a very bleak time in our lives. And then she passed away on November 4th of 94. I remember my dad called us down and we gathered around her bed, and I remember feeling very happy for her because she had been in a coma for a long time. I just kept thinking, she is dancing in Jesus' arms now. I looked at her body there on earth and we just were very happy. I can't explain it. And then my dad started singing her favorite song, which was I Love You, Lord. There was a lot of peace about it. But then, her funeral and everything got wrapped up, and Christmas came and Dad's laid off. The bills are really high. And he sat us down and he's like, girls, there's just not going to really be Christmas this year. I don't have any money. We have a lot of bills. Just know that. And we were all okay with it. Like, we were old enough to understand, and we were like, we get it, Dad, we get it. But then I remember before Christmas, he pulled us aside. All our bills had gotten paid. And then when we woke up on Christmas morning, we came downstairs and we couldn't even get into our front room because the church had stopped over and just filled our tree. They brought us hope. Even in a really dark time like that, the church brought us a really great picture of hope. She was very happy and very loving and very patient. Growing up, we had all sorts of different people come live with us. If you were down on your luck, you would come live at our house. But yeah, she loved the Lord. And I just think being at her funeral and having that peace, knowing like we'll see her again. That was a very foundational time, losing my mom. And then my dad remarried, and so we had a blended family, which if you have a blended family, you can understand like the ups and downs to it. I just think of it as like, if you go to the ocean, you put your stuff down in a spot, then you go out to swim. And the longer you're out swimming, if you don't look behind you, your spot is going to get farther and farther away because you're going to drift away. And it's just really what I did after college. I took my eyes off of Jesus and didn't look around and just kind of lifted up in the waves and did what I wanted. And then when he finally turned around, he was so far down shore. It was a very hard time because I was under a lot of guilt. I grew up knowing better, and I thought, okay, can he actually forgive me? Because it's not like I grew up doing bad things, met Jesus, and now I'm good. Like, I grew up in a church, had Christ, then left him. Would he take me back? Like, would he want me back? I turned my back on him. I did, a lot of things I'm not proud of. And I turned around to start walking towards my spot, and I just fell into his arms. He was right behind me. That was a very amazing time in my life because I now know he's a good father. He is a father that comes after his own. He never left me. I left him. Sometimes on your darkest days, you just have to grab onto them and just repeat those things to yourself, that he is good, he is here, he is present, he loves you. And being able to have that relationship with God where it's very intimate now, and it would just be a whole different story if Jesus never came.